make it a better place. It'll take creation magic.
Hi everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my post today, you guys. We are going to talk about adhesives. I wanted to do this video for you guys for my series Tips, Tricks, and Storage Ideas, and today is all about adhesives. And you guys, these are all my different adhesives. Can you believe it? It seems a little crazy when I lay it all out in front of me. Like, really, you need this many adhesives? That seems crazy. But as I started gathering all of my adhesives and putting them here, I did realize that I do use every single one of these adhesives for different things. Not every single time I craft, but I definitely reach for these and use these, and I wanted to go through these and talk to you guys about what I use, what is the thing I use the most, and why. So let's just move all of this over because it is a crazy mess. Okay, so let's move it over and let's start with the things that I probably use the most. Okay, so that's going to be this. It's going to be my snail, dimensionals, glue dots, and I would probably say this stuff right here is the stuff that I probably use on every single project that I do. I'm reaching for these adhesives for some reason. Through it. So this is an ATG gun. I have the pink one. They come in, there's a red one, there's a couple different colors. This is a massive adhesive thing that you don't have to have. I use this for several reasons. I use it because I mass produce a lot of stuff. So when I'm mass producing cards, I absolutely use my ATG gun. And then also when I'm doing like 12 by 12 scrapbooking pages, or I'm covering something, this is a very, very strong adhesive. Like, it's very, very aggressive. Once you put this down, it's going to be very, very difficult to pull things apart and pull them up. When I do my calendar pages, I also use this. So the way it works is the adhesive is in here, and then you press this part down to your project, and then you pull the trigger, and then you pull it towards you, and that's going to release the adhesive. So a few things about this. Sometimes it clogs up, like the adhesive will come off this strip and it'll wrap around here, and you've got to tear that off, and then you've got to like move it along. It's not that big of a deal, but it happens every once in a while. And then also every once in a while this tears. The actual thing tears and you've got to loop it back around, like anything. These are the refills for it. Now, I used to buy my refills at Michael's, and you get 2 of them for $10, and that's crazy. So what I do is I get my refills on tapejungle.com. Every 3 years or so, I just go and I buy the big case of it, which is $168, and it is, I believe, 6 cases, and each case has 24 of these in them. So I've not bought this in several years. Probably next year I will need to do that. But I just go ahead and I do that, and I spend the money. Sometimes one of my team members and I, who she uses it a lot too, will split it, and so we'll just get half. We'll each get half the order, but I don't mind. I just do it, and then I don't have to worry about it for several years. But I use this really for the mass producing. So the things that I use the most, and you guys probably see me use the most, are going to be these items. My snail adhesive, which this is from Stampin Up, is just like any other tape runner. I wouldn't say like, this is my super favorite, it's so amazing, it's perfect, you have to purchase this one. I'm just going to say it's a really good adhesive. Like, and I get a discount. I get a discount on anything that I purchase from Stampin' Up. I get a 25% discount. So that's why I purchased it from them. It is a good adhesive. I would not use it if it wasn't a good adhesive. It's not a dot adhesive. It's just a plain adhesive. It's much like the tape, the tape runner, but smaller. So let's see. So this comes off. So it's a really easy, when you need to do a refill, it's super easy. You just keep this part and you throw this part away, and then the brand new one comes and you snap this together. So that's really nice. This part right here, there's a cover, but I always tear it off. I don't like it. It just gets in the way. I tear it off. So this is really nice. I love that you can get the refill. It has quite a bit of adhesive on there. It is safe for your photos, so it's acid free and safe for your photos. You don't need a lot of it. If I need a lot of adhesive, I use this. So if I need to cover the entire back of something, I'm using this. If I'm just making a card and I just can put it in the corners, then I use this. So the great thing about this is not that much pressure, and you can get that adhesive down. If for some reason you mess up, it will just, you can run your finger over it and you can remove that adhesive, which is really nice. When you push it, when you put an item together, you can remove it at first if you're real easy. That started to tear the paper. Like if you make a mistake, you can pull it up if you're real careful. If it's on there for a few minutes, it can be harder and it can start to tear your paper. So that is the snail adhesive. Again, you'll see that I have a ton of refills of these, and I really hate buying adhesive. It's really boring, right? But you have to do it. So every couple months, I just go and I put in an order with Stampin' Up, and I just buy a ton of adhesive, and then I'm done. Like I just spend, you know, whatever, and I get a bunch of refills and a bunch of everything I need, and then I have it on hand. So there's that, and you guys see me use that quite a bit. I have several of these. I have two of them that live at my desk, like right in front of me. And then I have one that is by my Project Life stuff. I have one that is in my desk at my computer. I have one that's out by my planner. And then I have several brand, like full containers that are kind of stashed other places just so that I can grab them and go. So then I have my dimensionals, which these are just, these are items that, this is, you would put this on an item you would want to pop up. It has a little bit of dimension to it. You can stack these on top of each other to have more dimension. I really like these. I like that they're the hexagon shape. And then I also use the edge. Once I use all of the middle, I will use the edge. You get 3 in a package, and they're pretty inexpensive. And then again, the reason I use these and I don't use some other dimensional dot, the black ones or the circle ones or the squares, is simply because I get a discount on them and they're a good product. So that is that, and I use those. You see that? These are mini glue dots. And they're the same brand that is out there. They're just, I just get them through Stampin' Up. And same thing, I get them through Stampin' Up because I get a discount for that. They're just the glue dot, the brand. And I take them out of the box, and then you just have the glue dot that's on there. I use that for ribbon and buttons and small embellishments. This is my Scotch permanent mounting tape. Now I get this from Amazon. This roll for the 2 pounds is $9. I get free shipping with Amazon, and I use this to give dimension to my cards when I want something that is fuller and a little bit more sturdy. I try not to use a lot of this because it is a little bit expensive. I know you can get this other places like in a larger roll, but the main reason that I stick with getting it at this size is because it fits where I need it to fit. Like if I got the big giant roll, I would have nowhere to put it. And so I choose to spend a little bit more so that it can be put away where I need it to be put away. And then I use this quite a bit. Now this is just our normal, it's this stuff right here. But I put it in a container that has a fine tip, which what that means is it has a fine tip. So I just happen to have this container, which originally looked like this. Stampin' Up sells a adhesive, which is this right here. That is the fine tip glue pen. The glue in this is very runny, so it's very thin. So after I had used all of my glue out of one of these, I just cleaned it out. It was a nightmare to clean out. I have to say, it probably wasn't worth cleaning it out. I should have just bought a different container, but I had it empty. So I thought, why not? And then I put in the other glue, the thicker glue, the multi-liquid adhesive I put into this, so it would be in a fine tip. So I just put paper, I put decorative paper around it so that I would know the difference. And this says just SU, because I was just trying to make sure I knew that this was the fine tip and it was a little bit thinner, and this was the regular. So I use those. I do use the multi-liquid that's thicker, probably more so than the one that's a little bit thinner. So there's a few other things on here that I don't use. Let's see, I don't use as much. This is from Stampin' Up, and these are basically dimensionals but in strips. And they're very thin, so they're great for shaker cards. So I have some of that. I don't do very many shaker cards or projects that would need glue adhesive strips like this, but I like to keep them on hand. This is the Fast Fuse. Now, there is more adhesive in the Fast Fuse than there is in a snail. And this is very, very aggressive adhesive. It's very, very strong. And the thing is that when you use this, you really need to, when you use this, you're going to want to pull down the adhesive and then like do a little check mark. Otherwise it kind of gums up. Now, I'm not a big fan of Fast Fuse. I feel like I have never been able to get the Fast Fuse to work, how it needs to work, like properly. Now, I know lots of people who love the Fast Fuse. This is the same product as the Ultra Adhesive or Mega Adhesive. I don't know. It's the same. It's just branded for Stampin' Up, but it's the same product. And you just, if you pull down and then you do that check mark, it won't gum up. But I have always had problems with this. Like even right now, like this is, like see how it's all... like, I don't know what has happened. It's come off the thing. I don't know. I've never, ever had great luck with Fast Fuse. Like, there's still a ton of adhesive on there. And it's all, like, it's gotten all messed up. So I don't use Fast Fuse for that reason. And I just want to be honest with you guys when I'm talking about stuff that I'm using. I just have never been able to get it to work right. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work right. There's lots of people that use it that have great luck with it. I'm just not one of those people. So the only other thing that I have on stash is I have this AdTech dot glue runner. Now I got about 100 of these a long time ago, like probably 5 or 6 years ago. I found a ton at a Ross and they were clearanced out and they were like 5 to a package and they were on clearance for $1. So I literally bought every single package they had. And so I have a ton of these laying around. It's a good adhesive. It's like the dot adhesive. It does the same thing where it will rub off. It is acid free and it's a good adhesive. They sell it at Walmart. There's a lot in there. I picked it up because again, I found it on clearance and then I keep it in my adhesive drawer. My daughter uses it. Sometimes my husband will need some, you know, like he'll need to do something and he knows this is the adhesive he can use. Because it's a little bit cheaper, I just use it for, you know, maybe, you know, not necessarily cards, but like if I'm doing projects for the kids' school and I just want something or something like that, I'll use this adhesive and then I just save my other adhesive for my other projects like cards and memory keeping and that kind of thing. But I do use it and it's a fine adhesive. If you find it and you want to pick it up and use it, I think that it's, you know, totally fine. So then I have some of these. Now these I don't use as often, especially anymore. Now I used to use these every time I crafted when I was doing traditional scrapbooks and I was using my Cricut, the Zig two-way glue pens, and I'm going to show you how these look. This is the chiseled tip, which was my favorite to use, and you push down on it and adhesive comes out, and when it's blue when you put it together, it is permanent, but if you let it dry a little bit and then you put something together, it becomes repositionable. These are great. The Zig brand is really great. Then I have this one, which is like a pen. It's like a roller pen, so it's much thinner. I really love these. These are great adhesives. I've had them even forever. These are the ones I had, 5 years ago, and they're not dried out, and they still work perfectly. Then I have some Stampin' Up glue sticks. This is a glue pen from Stampin' Up, which is the same thing. Like, it's that chiseled way that you use it. But then there's another type of glue stick that Stampin' Up has. This is actually great for when you're trying to print, like on a project life card, and you need an adhesive that will be removable. This actually works the best. But I just have this around for that reason. And then I have a couple other glue sticks. This is just one that I got at Walmart. I just liked the design of it, basically, because it fit really well in my drawer and it worked really well. So those are just glue sticks. They're just normal glue sticks. So I don't use these glue pens and glue sticks as much as I used to, but I do keep them on hand in my drawer. And then I have this, which I used to use much more. It's this zip dry glue. It's fast drying glue for paper arts. It's acid free, linen free, wrinkle free, and it dries clear. It's very, very thick. It's a very, very thick adhesive, but it's very, very strong. And I use it every now and again. I think it might be getting to the point where it probably needs to be thrown away. I'm not sure if it's just time or if it's going bad or what. The last time I used it, it was a little stringy, but this is a great adhesive as well. And then the other adhesive that I keep is, let me talk about this and this. This is my tear tape, which is like red line adhesive, but it tears. So it's a very strong adhesive for putting together boxes or different things, but you can tear it. So instead of having to cut it, you can just tear it. And then this is the Sizzix adhesive sheets that Stampin' Up used to sell. It is just double-sided adhesive, and it's great for running your die cuts through. You can get adhesive on both sides. I've cut mine into 6x6 squares, and then they kind of fit in my drawer in like a curve. That's why it's like that. And then the other two, the last two that I keep is just, this is a double-sided Scotch tape, and then this is regular tape. So those are the two, and I use these for just, random items. Every once in a while I will need those. So that was a lot of talk about adhesives. I'm going to share with you guys where I store all of my adhesives here in my desk, and I'll have to take my camera down for that and show you. And then I hope this has helped you guys. Yes, the ones I use the most are the Stampin' Up ones. They're great adhesives. They're acid-free. They're linen-free. They are durable. They hold up. I use them all the time. I love them, and I get that discount, which is really nice. So let me take the camera down here, and then I will show you my adhesive drawer and my adhesive backups, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that. This is my adhesive drawer. The very first drawer on my desk here on this side has all of my clear blocks and a couple ink pads, and then some tools. And then the very next drawer is my adhesive drawer. And I just have a variety of different boxes and stuff in here that kind of help keep everything organized. They're nothing special. They're just mismatched boxes that I had. So the first part here is the adhesive that I reach for the most. My dimensionals are right here. And I have a stack of them that are out of the package. And then I have my tear tape and my glue dots. And then I have these glues right here. Then my Scotch tape here, my ATG refills here, and then I have these, right here that fit there. And then back here I have two extra Stampin' Up adhesives. These are the full containers, like the entire runner. And then I have a small box here that just has all of these glue pen type things in it. So then back here I have extra glue dots, my adhesive sheets, and then this is another glue runner. that I don't really ever use. I rarely use it. And then I have this goes here. If it's smaller, sometimes I'll put it here when it's open. This is a new one. And so my one that I'm still using kind of fits right here. So then here I have extra packs of dimensional that are not opened. This is some larger glue dots. I'm just trying to get through those, and then I got them in something, or I've had them. And then that fast fuse is right here. And then all of these right here are refills for my snail. And then I have those runners right there that go there. So down here, I keep this container, this little box. It has all of my refill adhesives, like my backup. So let me show you, and it's just all the adhesives I talked about. So here's a bunch more dimensionals. Here are a bunch of snail and snail refills. Now this is also for my class, because I have a class and I have to have adhesives on hand. That's what that is. There's a tear tape, more dimensionals, there's scotch tape, and then these are how the ATG refills come. So they come in these boxes, and I'm down to about 4 boxes. There's a glue pen, and then I have some random adhesives back here. I have this tacky, this is fast acting tacky glue. I have some fabric glue. This is tack it over. I have some spray adhesive, and then some Scotch quick dry. And then I have some Scotch tapes in here. And then, so that is my adhesives, and this right here just goes right down there in that cubby hole, and that's where I keep my adhesives. So there's a couple adhesives, like I said, over by my Project Life station. I have, a little box of adhesives right here. Sorry, it's dark over here, you guys. It's pretty late at night. So I have a little box of adhesives that are for my Project Life station. There's a couple of these snails, and then some glue dots and dimensionals, and then a little liquid glue. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the all the adhesives that I use and where I store them. If you have any questions, you can of course always leave comments in the YouTube description. I'll get back to you. All of the Stampin' Up! Adhesives are listed in the YouTube description or over on my coordinating blog post. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you later.